Hello, friends. Welcome back to Mr. Keneally's desktop. Um, I've been banished to the garage. Um, you know, it's not that bad though. It's a little toasty this afternoon. The sun's kind of in my eyes. Um, but things going pretty well here. All right, this week our focus is on the Dust Bowl. And so today, Monday, quick intro. Causes. A few things cause the Dust Bowl. An extended drought. If you don't know what a drought is, that's where there's a lack of rain. And so things dry up, right? As shown here. All right, first the water source dries up, whether that's a lake, like we have in Texas, that we used to store our water, a river, whatever it is, then you can't irrigate, crops die, etc. Unusually high temperatures oftentimes comes with a drought. Okay. Poor agricultural practices. So that's things like over farming an area. It's bad for the soil if you just farm the same crop over and over and over again. It just pulls all the nutrients out of the soil. And that's why you'll see a lot of farmers rotate their crops, so the corn and then wheat, etc. And then there was, once there was that drought, that dry area, then the wind erosion really caused a lot of damage. And what it would do is it would pick up the topsoil and it would blow the topsoil. Away, which is a lot of the good soil. Okay, so then things couldn't grow, and so it was just this constant cycle. All right. So let me show you this map of where it was happening. See here, mostly through this middle part of the United States. Okay, this is what we call the Midwest. All right, and then down into Texas. So this red area with the most severe dust storm damage, all right, is in the panhandle of Texas. But then you'll see sort of pretty much the northern half of Texas experience this dust bowl. So included Colorado, Kansas, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Texas. And so because of this, thousands and thousands of people had to leave their homes. So the sort of what made this even worse is that this is happening in the 1930s. So yes, it's happening at the same time as the Great Depression. All right. So not only are the prices of crops down because of the Great Depression, but then a lot of their crops are failing. All right. So people died. Tons of livestock died. Decided against showing you a bunch of pictures of that. Here's some famous. Here's some of the most famous images. Sort of some homemade masks. I thought that was appropriate for right now. Okay, so the dust would come and they'd cover their mouth with whatever they could. Here you can see just how big these dust storms got. It's probably the most famous image. It's linked, with the Great Depression and with the Dust Bowl. Here you can see how high. So it would drop this dust and it covered this car about halfway. You can see another, sort of wagon or something that's been covered. It would fill, they would get feet of dust blown into their homes. It was really bad. And so then, once your farm was covered in this, then you had to clear away that dust because basically at this point it's just sand. Okay, you can't grow anything in it. And so whole towns were wiped out because of this. When it got to the point where nothing would grow and there was nothing people could do, people just packed up and left. They either went back to the East Coast where they'd come from, or a lot of people went further west and went out to California. So your activity today is going to be to look at, choose an image to analyze. So I can't wait to see what you do with that. You guys have a great Monday. Let me know if you have any questions.